Once, in the distant kingdom of Astelia, a land of rolling emerald hills and glittering rivers, there lived a young prince named Kyle. He was known throughout the realm not for his strength or charisma, but for his frailty. From the day he was born, Kyle had been afflicted by a mysterious illness that no healer could cure. His skin was pale as snow, and his once bright eyes had grown dim. The king, his father, and the queen, his mother, tried everything, summoning sages, alchemists, and physicians from every corner of the world. Yet Kyle's condition worsened. As the kingdom grew anxious over the prince's health, whispers spread in the court. Who would protect Astelia if the prince could not? Rumors of hidden enemies and dark forces threatening the royal family reached every ear. It was during this time of growing fear and uncertainty that a mysterious figure entered the castle. An enigmatic woman cloaked in gray, who called herself Selene. She offered no title, no grand introductions. All she said was, "I can help." The king, desperate to save his only son, allowed her to stay. Unknown to the court, Selene was no ordinary healer. She was a guardian, one of a secret order sworn to protect the world from ancient evils. Only those touched by fate could see guardians, and only they could wield the magic needed to banish the darkness. Selena examined Kyle in silence, her sharp blue eyes seeming to pierce through the veil of his illness. "It's not a sickness that ails him," she finally said. "It's a curse." The king was stunned. A curse? Who would dare curse the royal heir? Before he could voice his outrage, Selene explained further. "Long ago, your family angered a shadow sorcerer, one who swore vengeance upon your bloodline. The illness the prince suffers from is the work of that sorcerer's magic, meant to sap his strength and claim his life before he comes of age." The queen's eyes filled with tears. "Is there any way to lift the curse?" she asked. "There is," Selene replied, her voice steady. "But it will not be easy. To break the curse, the prince must retrieve the heart of Lumora, a powerful relic hidden deep within the Whispering Forest. Only by wielding its light can he banish the darkness within him." The king frowned. "But the prince is too weak for such a journey." Selene turned to Kale, who had remained silent through the conversation. Though his body was weak, there was a spark of determination in his eyes. "I will go," Kale said quietly. "If there is a chance to save myself and my kingdom, I must try." Selene knelt before him. "You will not go alone, Your Highness. I will be your guide, your guardian." Thus, the unlikely pair set out on their perilous journey. The road to the Whispering Forest was fraught with danger. Bandits roamed the wilds, and strange creatures lurked in the shadows. But Kale and Selena pressed on, the prince's courage growing with each step. After days of travel, they finally reached the heart of the Whispering Forest. Ancient trees towered over them, their branches woven together like a canopy. The air was thick with magic, and the forest seemed to whisper secrets of old. In the center of a glade stood a stone pedestal, upon which rested the heart of Lumora, a crystal that shimmered with a light too pure to be of this world. As Kyle approached the relic, the shadows around them stirred. Out of the darkness emerged a figure cloaked in black, eyes burning with malevolence. It was the shadow sorcerer, or what remained of him. "You dare seek to undo my work," he hissed, his voice like the wind through dead leaves. Selene stepped forward, her hands glowing with ethereal light. "You will not harm him." A fierce battle ensued. Selene fought with the grace of a warrior and the power of a guardian, her magic clashing against the sorcerer's dark spells. Meanwhile, Kyle reached for the heart of Lumora, but as his fingers touched the crystal, he felt a surge of energy rush through him, a light so powerful it made him gasp. The shadows recoiled, and the sorcerer let out a cry of rage. With a final burst of strength, Selene banished the dark figure into nothingness. The forest grew quiet once more, and Kyle felt a warmth spread through his body. The curse had been lifted. Selene smiled as she saw color return to the prince's cheeks. "You have done it, Your Highness. The light within you is stronger than any darkness." They returned to Astelia as heroes. The kingdom rejoiced at the sight of a healthy Prince Kyle, and the tale of the brave prince and his secret guardian spread far and wide. Kyle grew to become a wise and just king, with Selene always by his side, guarding him and the kingdom from the shadows. And so, the kingdom of Astelia thrived, its people living in peace, knowing that even in the darkest times, there would always be a light to guide them.